I love the way Latinos inspire magic. We can walk right through an American history textbook and poof, we disappear. It's like people don't even notice we were here at all. You can look through centuries of Latinos being here, and people still look at us and say, "Oh, you're Latino. Where do you come from?" I come from the United States. Yes, but we mean like before you cross the border. I didn't cross the border. No, but like before your parents crossed the border. They didn't cross the border. Well, before your grandparents crossed the border. You know, we were Mexicans. We didn't cross the border crossed us. We were here. Mexican Americans have at least two different cultural backgrounds. The newcomers were the Spaniards that got here like in the 15th century. The other side of the family was here already. Oh, but that's impossible. The United States didn't even exist till 1776. And I say, exactly. And the part of my family that was here already, they were like walking all around on this ground before you guys said that Columbus discovered America. We were standing here, we're walking all around on top of this ground, and we didn't even know it was here. We had to wait till somebody from Europe came and told us, it's here. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I'm so glad you discovered us. We didn't know we were walking around on top of it and didn't even know America was right here below our noses. We didn't know it was here at all.
You know, Texas is Texas, and Texas means the friendly state. In fact, it's not an English word, it's an Indian word. To be from Texas, to me, it means to be from a friendly state, a nice state, a compassionate state, a welcome state, okay? Texas is going through this kind of weird phase right now where, like Arizona was, where all these Mexicans, they don't want us around. But I'm like, you know, we were here first. I mean, and we hear this all the time, of course, but really, when I see someone saying, I'm a native Texan, I'm like, oh, you're a native Texan, really? But you're white. How is that possible? You're not a native Texan. Well, I've been here 5 generations. I go, really, Cabron? 5 generations? That's it? You're a tourist. I'm a native. Okay? I'm native from Texas, not from Texas. Native Texas. We were here before you even showed up. You're in our land. And now, is that a strong statement? Perhaps, but it's how I feel. They can come to our state. Wait, don't start making laws that kick me out of my own house. Don't be telling me what I can wear, what not I can wear, or I can speak Spanish or not. This is my house you're in, Vato. So I find it very interesting when these guys are trying to kick us out of our home, saying that they're the natives and that it's Texas. Well, first of all, it's Texas, it's our home, and we're friendly. And you're welcome to stay here. Just behave yourself.
Howdy. Growing up in El Paso, in the streets of El Paso, I was the nosiest kid in the neighborhood. I asked whatever I wanted, when I wanted, inappropriate questions. I didn't care. I loved asking people questions because I loved their stories. So I became a broadcast journalist. Got lucky because I got my first job in El Paso. I became an evening news anchor there. And it was wonderful. That's when I quickly found out you better pronounce those Spanish words correctly, senorita. Even though I'm Latina, you mess up every now and then. You know, bilingual, but English was my first language. So I think one night I said Campeche instead of Campeche. Phone would ring off the hook. It's Campeche, sin vergüenza, sell out. It's Cancun, not Cancun. Don't be a pocha, don't be a sellout, sin vergüenza. You're representing, girl. Say it right. So I figured out quickly how things roll in El Paso. But then when I came to Austin, I went to UT. I thought, oh man, we're still in Texas. I think I can get by here. I was coming because I really thought I was a good news anchor, a good journalist. So I walk into the newsroom, tight lime green pants, white blazer, gold hoop earrings. They're like, ay, 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 who's this senorita doing the news? The blonde mold had been broken, they told me. I said, I thought I was just a journalist. I didn't know there was a label here, but sometimes labels make people feel comfortable. And it was a very different ball game. There, it was Del Valle, not Del Valle. Guadalupe, not Guadalupe. I quickly caught on. And I was still kind of confused because I thought, isn't this like one of the few blue cities in a red state? This is the place where you can be you. You're accepted. So one night, I kind of came out. It was at the end of an evening newscast. I said, good night and hasta mañana. It was a warm gesture. It was, I mean, it's at the end of the newscast. You talk about the weather, talk about, okay, what's going on, you know, nothing serious. Hasta mañana every night. Before you know it, I'd be walking down the street. Michelle, hey, hasta mañana. I go, all right. The viewers are connecting. People in the newsroom were like, hey, girl, bring it down a little bit. Don't you think? You know, just bring it down. So why? It's hasta mañana. It's Austin. You can get away with that. And weeks later, all the hate mail came in. As long as we're part of the lower 48 states, I expect my news in English. Your news is in English, sir. My personality happens to be blended with two beautiful cultures. Go back to Mexico. Go back to Mexico? I said, fourth, fifth generation Texan. Probably, my family's probably been here longer than yours. I will not watch that girl. We didn't see my name until she stopped saying those two words. Hasta mañana. Of all the things going on in the world, of all the things going on in the city, those two words is really what lit people up. Why does it make people so angry? We're like 300 miles from the border. This is America. How come Arnold Schwarzenegger gets to say, hasta la vista, baby, and it's a trademark, it's cool. But me, two words I can't say? The experience was unique for me, and I guess I learned a couple of things. Number one, I'm not Arnold. Number two, when you get hired to read the news, just read the news, please. Those two words, no one ever asked me, why do you say it? But if they really asked me, I would have told them, you know, Carol Burnett had a little tugging of the ear to say hello to her grandmother. Hasta mañana were the only two Spanish words my grandmother, who's Spanish speaking, ever spoke to me. Back then, you didn't speak Spanish to the kids. It was frowned upon to have an accent, to be misunderstood, to discrimination. You can only be you. And I am me. I'm Mexican American. I grew up in Texas on the border. I say howdy when I see you. Hasta mañana.